Ever feel completely overwhelmed, anxious, or just stuck? Well, in the next few minutes, we're going to talk about a super powerful 2-minute reset for your brain. And you'll be surprised at how simple it actually is.
You know that feeling, don't you? You've got this huge task, or maybe just a messy room, or a deadline breathing down your neck, and you just sit there. You're just waiting for some magical spark of motivation to show up and get you going. But what if we've been thinking about this whole thing backwards?
Okay, here it is. This is the core idea that kind of flips everything we think we know about motivation right on its head. See, we wait to feel ready before we act, but the science is crystal clear. Action is what creates the feeling. It's the movement that's the key that actually starts the engine.
So how in the world do we get that engine started? Well, our very first technique is all about blasting through that initial wall of resistance. It's a simple little 2-minute rule that feels so easy, it's almost like you're cheating your own brain.
Now, there's some real science behind this. It's called behavioral activation. And here's the deal. Your brain is wired to release that feel-good chemical, dopamine, after you take action, not before. That dopamine hit is the reward that makes you want to keep going. You don't need it to start. You actually earn it by starting.
How many times have we all said this to ourselves? This one single thought is a trap. It's a cage. It basically outsources your progress to some feeling that, let's be honest, might never show up on its own.
So let's just reframe the whole thing. Instead of waiting for motivation, just make a deal with yourself. Just commit to 2 minutes. This tiny shift in how you talk to yourself is everything. You're not trying to climb the entire mountain right now. You're just taking that one single step. And that is a goal that your brain just can't argue with. That's it. Just 2 minutes. This tiny little investment of time is so non-threatening that it tricks your brain, gets that dopamine flowing, and flips the switch from, I can't, to, okay, what's next?
All right, so once you've actually started, how do you keep that momentum going? Our second technique taps into this really fascinating quirk of our brains. It's called the progress illusion. It's all about understanding what our minds really find rewarding.
This is the progress illusion, and it is a fantastic feature of our brains that we can totally use to our advantage. Your brain loves to check things off a list, to close loops. And here's the kicker. The size of the task doesn't matter nearly as much as the feeling of completion. This is the key insight right here. Your brain doesn't reward effort, it rewards completion. I mean, you can spend an hour working really hard on something and just feel drained. But simply finishing something, no matter how small, gives you that satisfying little hit of dopamine. It's the finishing that triggers the reward.
So how do we create these little wins for ourselves? We do it by creating a series of ridiculously small tasks. Make your bed. Boom, that's one win. Close an unnecessary browser tab. That's another win. Send that one easy email you've been putting off. Win. Each one of these gives you a tiny little neurochemical reward that builds momentum for the next, bigger thing.
Okay, so we've got tools for motivation, but what about anxiety? What about when your brain is just spinning out of control? Our third technique is a simple physical trick you can use anytime, anywhere to calm your mind down.
The technique is called bilateral stimulation, and it comes right out of therapy practices. Now, the simple act of moving your eyes from side to side helps engage both halves of your brain. This physical action actually helps your logical, rational brain calm down the reactive, emotional part of your brain that's freaking out.
And here's exactly how you do it. The moment you notice your mind is just racing, don't try to wrestle with the thoughts. Just gently and slowly move your eyes back and forth. Kind of like you're watching a slow-motion tennis match. Just do this for about 30 seconds. It's a tiny physical thing that can have a huge impact on your mental state.
All right, for our final trick, let's talk about the most direct connection to your brain that you have, your own body.
You know, we tend to think our emotions are all in our heads, but they are deeply, deeply physical. Your posture and your breathing, they aren't just a result of how you feel. They are actively sending signals to your brain that create that feeling in the first place.
I mean, think about it. When you're hunched over taking these short, shallow breaths, your body is basically screaming to your brain, threaten nearby, be on alert. But when you pull your shoulders back and take a slow, deep breath, the signal changes completely. It says, I'm safe, I got this. This isn't just positive thinking, folks. This is literally applied neurobiology.
And this brings us to such a powerful realization. You have direct, physical control over the signals your brain is getting. You can literally use your body, your posture, your breath, to change your mindset from the outside in.
So, what does all of this add up to? Well, it's your personal reset button. These aren't just some random tips. They are a simple, science-backed toolkit you can pull out anytime you need to change your mental state. You've got the 2-minute start to get over that hump. You've got the tiny win to build momentum. You've got the 30-second eye scan to calm down anxiety. And you've got the power pose to signal safety and confidence right to your brain. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to do right now, in the next 2 minutes? Pick one, send that email. Put one dish away. Stand up and take a deep breath. Go ahead, start the reset.